Okay, so what's up there guys, and welcome back to Dig It Detecting. As you can see, we are back out on the farm again today, back out with the cows. And as some will recognise, this is Penny Paddock. What a ripper spot it's been too. Over the last 8 to 10 months here, we have found well over 100 pre-decimal coins, just hunting probably, 3 or 4 times, spending 3 or 4 days detecting here. So as you can see too, past this this steer here, we've had a lot of rain. The big boy's in the way there, but basically you can see all that water laying down on the ground there. There he is, he's moving. And look, that is not a river or a dam or a creek, they are paddocks. They've just had so much bloody rain. It's amazing, it is amazing. As some will remember, the house up here that was sitting right here was moved due to flooding. You can really see why now, can't you? The amount of water laying around. So anyway, we're just shooting the intro in the car quickly, so it's not too windy and too wild, but we are going to get out now, get the gear out and make a start, see if we can hit on those coins. And today I want to be digging a lot of those lower numbers out, just due to the fact that in the past we've dug a lot of the higher ones out. So anyway, woo, oh, there it is. Just found some dry land to step on. It's incredible. The amount of water here is just amazing. So anyway, let's grab the gear out and let's make a start. Rightio, that did not take too long at all. What a bloody ripper. So about 10 minutes we've been going. Sort of jumped out of the car, walked around the back with the boots on and what have you, and then determined, wow, it is so bloody wet here once again. So come back and put the gum boots on and the wet weather gear on, and we sat down here. You know, we sort of started from the back of the car here instead this time. Instead of walking around the shed, sat down here, got a 17. As I said, I'm digging out a lot of those lower targets today. A 17 is not something I would generally dig to begin with at a site that I've just basically started at, and that's sort of where I was at there the last few hunts, just wanting to dig those higher targets. But now, as I said, today we are digging out those lower numbers, and look, 17, we've got a half penny here. So generally an 18 or a 19 these ring up, so it's strange that he was coming in at 17, but I say that's what we're going to find today. Probably a few more silvers, a few old half pennies, and a few more other nice coins. I even said to the landowner, you know, digging those lower numbers, who knows, we may even hit on a sovereign, a gold sovereign. If there's been so many coins here, you know, as I said, we've had such good success here on the old pre-decimal coins, there's nothing to say there's not a gold half sovereign here. So by digging those lower numbers out today, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Hey, we got another one. Check this out. Ready? That's what I just seen. As soon as I pop that shovel, there's his coin impression. There you go, he just dropped straight onto the spade. Oh, nice old Britannia. Full penny. Oh, very good condition too. I'll tell you what, I'm out of breath because I'm digging like a madman, trying to dig these targets out. Keep warm. It is cold. Oh wow, look at the condition. Let's give her a bit more of a dip in the puddle. I suppose that's one benefit to having so much water around you, isn't it? Oh wow, wow, that is bloody amazing. You don't generally see them in condition like that. Look at the ship in the background, the lighthouse, the tower, the ocean, Sea of Britannia with the staff, with the trident. That is amazing. That is amazing condition. I'll tell you what, that looks like it was dropped just yesterday. 1870, give it a light rub on the waterproofs there. Oh, wow. I'll tell you what, I've found a lot of these coins, the old Sea of Britannias, early English pennies in my past. However, they just don't generally come out looking like that, as a lot will know. That is amazing. And as everybody will know, that's watched my videos here in the past in Penny Paddock, everything goes to the landowner. So he is going to love that one. That is one to definitely go up on the mantelpiece and be proud of. So anyway, let's keep going. It's cold, it's wet, but if we keep moving, we'll be fine. Wow, that wind is cold. Oh, let's turn you around. Ready? I'll turn my back away from the wind and I'll show you what it's like. Whoa! Crazy. The things we do for metal detecting, hey? Love it. Got a nice target there anyway. What seems to be a nice target. 19 and a 20, as I said, sixpence or half penny like what we got there before, but it could be a later one, a Commonwealth half penny, just due to it ringing up that little bit, a little bit higher. That's a big plug, isn't it? Oh, half the ground come up with that. That's okay. Oh no, it filled up with water. Oh, that makes things a little bit harder, doesn't it? Oh, I can't even speak properly on that cold. It is freezing. Well, my face is cold. I'm not though. I said these waterproofs, they are brilliant. Where are you? Is that even a good target? Oh, we might be onto something. All right, it's not in the water. That's a bonus, isn't it? Let's see. Let's see what we got. Oh, there he is. It's a tiny little copper washer. Whoa, I zoomed in heaps far then. These little copper washers though, oh, they're painful. They are painful. You hear he's ringing up quite nice though. But in saying that, where you're finding these little copper washers, you know, I always think to myself, if I'm hitting on those, I can't be missing the coins then, can I? Because that was pretty deep, pretty, you know, distinguishable target. However, if you ran over it too quick, you would have missed him easy. So anyway, onwards. I'll tell you what, this storm is making the detector quite erratic. Not only that, we've got power lines straight running overhead, as you can see, running back towards the car there. So anyway, we're going to work with it and see what we can do. And as you can see, we got another penny. Well, that wind is strong. I need to put bricks in my pockets today. It's going to blow me across the paddocks. That is crazy. 19.20. That is got to be a Britannia penny or sixpence. Who knows? Could even be a half penny, but I do believe I'm going to put my bets on it being a silver or a full penny. What a ripper, what a ripper. Tell you what, it is cold, a bit cold and wet, as said, but I bloody love this site. I absolutely love this site, you know. The landowner said to me, we sort of looked over here, you know, his house is way over there, and we looked over here and he said, oh geez, doesn't look very inviting, mate. And I agree. However, not much is going to stop me, especially with the waterproofs and that on. It does not faze me if I get a little bit wet or a little bit cold, so we can always go home, warm up then. There we have it. He's in the hole, or he's out of the hole. Oh, we've got a little half penny with a nice impression on the dirt right beside. So we were a bit wrong there. Wasn't a Britannia at all. It was a 1917, a Commonwealth half penny. So beautiful. Here the impression can go back in the dirt. We'll give him a clean up. Ooh, what a beauty, what a beauty. All of these coins I'm not showing properly, you know, I can't go washing every single one, and I'll spend my whole time washing and cleaning coins. So what we'll do is we will clean them all up at the end of the video like we always do, and before we get out of here we will present them to the landowner and also present them to you guys to show basically what they look like cleaned up. And as you can imagine, we've got plenty of puddles, plenty of water to clean them up in, so, and we just got to let them dry so you guys can actually see them and see the dates, everything, the detail, because they are amazing. I love it. We got our next coin, and it's another penny. You can see why I called this place Penny Paddock, can't you? This one's a Commonwealth, full Commonwealth. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk over. Oh, there's a puddle there. So we'll walk over this puddle, but we're just going to use this puddle here, and we'll clean him up, come back and give you a look at what he looks like. You can see King George just there, just slightly, nothing on that side. So we'll give you a look when we come back. Rightio, so it's a 1922. And not a 1930 penny at all. What were we thinking? There we are, King George on the back, trying to grab hold of him without losing him then. So 1922, Commonwealth Australia, 1 penny, and that is the worst condition coin we've had come out today. So anyway, into the pocket and fill this hole in, onwards. Hey, sun's out now, blue skies, what a ripper, what a ripper. Although, if we take you this way, that's what we got coming for us. Anyway, we're still plodding along, as you can see, and we've actually switched paddocks now. We're out in the cow paddock, so there you go. The cows are just behind me having a feed around the hay ring. So we've got a beautiful 1 penny, Commonwealth 1 penny here too. I've just left him in his dirt impression because I think that's really cool. So let's pull him out together. Oh, not as good of an impression on that side. The 1 penny side come out really nice though. Oh, that one. You can see 1 penny written in there. How cool's that? Anyway, we just want the coin, so we'll take him. Another one for the landowner. You a ripper. So we've got our next good one here, and it is a beauty. Let's have a listen. Woohoo! Those are the sort of targets I get excited about digging. And to be honest, being right here on top of the house, I don't know how I've missed it. But it's generally the case. Hold your tongue a different way, or you walk a different way. Try out a different setting, and bang, that's when you hit on them. So anyway, let's give this a guy a dig together, and then, oh, there goes all the water. That hole's already filled up. I always dig these a little bit deeper when it's wet, so wet like what it is today. I always dig my plugs a little bit deeper. That way, hopefully bringing the target up in the hole, up in the plug I should say, not leaving it in the hole. Anyway, let's see what we got. Ha! We had some success with that one. Just like that. Alright, got a bit of burning there. I do say he's going to be a coin. Let's have a look. Yes, he is. Ah, there you go. Beautiful Commonwealth. Full penny, 1 penny. Where's some water? There's some water. And notice I've changed my gloves too. The old ones got absolutely covered in mud and water when I stopped for some lunch there. I changed them. So I've got holey gloves now, but they're not as cold and wet. Well, they're getting there, but not as cold as wet as the other ones, that's for sure. I was freezing. You're supposed to put gloves on to keep warm and keep clean. I was putting the old ones on, and my hands were even colder and even dirtier. There you go. Just trying to clean it up a little bit to give you a look. And then we're going to get back into detecting. There's a bit of a thing here too, I will say, bit of a secret I've been keeping, and that is the fact that I've got an old map for this place. And to be honest, it's not really much of a secret because I can't bloody work it out. As you'll see, top left corner, I'll throw it up, but as you would see, I presume I'm sitting on the house here. So if you see in the top left corner, homestead or house or whatever it says, and then down below it's got cattle yards, and then the 3 huts. Now, I do believe, and I've spoke to the landowner about this, I've actually spoke to his mother about this, who is, you know, up in her late 80s I think now, early 90s, and she's been here a long time too, so she knows a lot of history here too. However, she couldn't quite pick it either. But basically what you're seeing top left corner there is the allotment sale map for this property back in early 1900s. And they listed where everything was, the homestead, the house, the yards, the huts, what have you. Now, from what I can presume, the homestead was right here, where we're sitting, right here. And, you know, good indication with all the coins and all the good relics that we've found here that the house was actually here. So if I swing around this way into the wind, I presume everything was running back in the map. Everything was running back. If the house was here, everything was running back that way. So on the map, the house would be here, and you're going back. You're going down, if that makes sense. So we're turned the wrong way at the moment. But I sort of presume I sort of put the huts out in that paddock there, but I am yet to find them. I mean, I've went out there swinging and detecting just roughly quickly, and I couldn't find even a rusty nail. So I don't know what's going on there. I think there's just something more that we can concentrate on another day. It's probably not going to be today, as you can see. It is windy and wet and wild, and I haven't turned you around. I got my back to it all, but have a look at this. Whoa! It's not very pretty that way, is it? Anyway, we're going to keep plodding along, and then we'll clean up everything we've got, and we better get out of here. Okay, next target, and as you can see, we're going to have a bit of a battle getting this one out. He was up there with that sort of brown patches, and he's now there in the water. I don't know what it is. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can get him out with the shovel. I think that's him there. Okay, we got him. What is it though? Turn me back against that wind, because that wind is foul today. Ooh, okay. I have no idea. Let me zoom you in, that'll help. Let's give him a bit of a hit on the shovel. Try and break a bit of that dirt away. Aha! Now he reveals himself a little bit more. I don't know though. He's got a little hole there where my thumb is. He's got another little hole there, and another one at the top in sort of a triangular pattern there. So he fixated himself into something for some reason, but brokered and discarded now. 100 years later, here we come along to pick him up. Let's see if there's anything else in there. That's it. That's it. I'm just playing in a puddle now. All right, on to the next one. And this is a prime example why I come prepared. I'm bogged. I am bogged. Try and get out of here. I just sunk. I didn't realise. Oh, I didn't realise I was that deep. Oh, it was that deep. Oh, there you go. Whew. As said, prime example why we always bring the gumboots and the waders out to these sites, because you need them. I'll tell you what, I said I was going to dig out a lot of the lower numbers today, and we have been, but we have not been coming across too many. More so the higher numbers. Like that one there. Bit of a faint signal, coming through okay when you fixate on it, but anyway, probably just because it's really deep. I do believe that's a coin. Or who knows, it may be one of those little bloody rivets again, being such a faint signal there. So, let's have a look. Oh, that wind, I can deal with the rain. That wind is really a battle, a bit of a challenge. Makes the nose sniffly, gets in your ears. Every so often I have been putting my hood on, my jacket, just so I'm not getting my ears blown out. Gives you a headache after a while. Let's have a look. What do we got? There he is. Oh, okay. We got a little Australian Military Forces button. So there you go. That's why he's ringing up that bit louder. What a ripper! What a ripper! And I will say this is not the first one, first military button that I have found at this site. I found another one. Sorry about that, guys. The bloody camera cut out. I don't know what happened. I think my big thumb got in the way. Anyway, what I was going to say is the military forces button that we did find here in the past. We have got one in the past, and we showed the landowner basically, and I said to him, you know, who was in the war, mate? Who served in the war? We got a military forces button here. And he actually made a really good point, and something that I'd never thought of before. He said to me, no, I don't think anybody served in the war in my family that I know of, and this is his family's farm, so it had to have been his family, you know, that dropped it. And basically he said, look, I think after the war, a lot of the surplus clothing and what have you was for sale. You could go buy, you know, the big trench coats and military clothing. And I do believe, as he said, I do believe that's where a lot of any of that sort of stuff that's found here would be coming from. Just a lot of those trench coats and duffel coats and those big woolen coats. They were nice, I suppose, real great coats to have out on the farm here. And after they were selling them after the end of World War II, I said a lot of surplus clothing and whatnot left over. Geez, they're still selling it today. Anyway, I dare say he had bought a few of those coats, wearing them around on the farm here, hence dropping the buttons, because as he said, none of his family members served in the war that he can account for. So anyway, on to the next. That was a cool piece. So being in this cow paddock is kind of paying off, I think. We seem to be having the most success that we've had since lunchtime, really. Like, we've sort of been plodding around since lunch, looking for anything decent to dig, and now we're digging it. So as you can see there, we've got a little half Queen Victoria Britannia penny. You can really see why I called this place Penny Paddock, can't you? It's just phenomenal how many pennies have come from here, and being that it's got such a great timeline, they're all sort of from that early period, you know, 1860 right through to sort of 1910, up until when the house was then shifted and no one else was living here, so become cow paddocks again. Okay, so we've got the half penny that you just seen in front of my finger there. We've got another target just walking off. So, and this is one of those lower numbers that I sort of spoke of that we are concentrating on and digging today. As you can see, I've got the whole screen filled up. We are listening to everything today. And 16, that's far deep. I mean, if you're at a recreation reserve in Australia here, you would expect that to be a pull tab or a 20-cent Australian coin, being a 16. However, there's no way that's going to be a pull tab or a 20-cent coin out here. It could be a pull tab. I highly doubt it though. As I said, the house was moved 1910, well before pull tabs were invented. So I dare say this is going to be either a lead washer or it could be a coin. I sort of got me doubts on it being a coin. We never know. Never know till you dig them. Actually, I can see the hint of something in the side there. I'm not going to dig with my fingers. I'll dig with the shovel, because I got no fingers in the end of no holes in the end of my gloves, I should say. So there we go. The old door lock plate. That's what it is. That's what a 16 was in this scenario. And there we have it. Nothing too special. The old door lock surround plate. So listen to the music in there. Zoe's bopping away. Hey, what's going on? It's a rave in here, is it? Having fun, mate? Okay, so we are finishing up now, guys. We're going to pack all the gear into the car and we are going to get out of here and go get young Dominic. As you can see, the wind and the rain have died down a little bit now too. Wouldn't you bloody know it? It's always the way. It's funny too, I was just thinking, you know, when it was going wild there, crazy before, if you had a house up on top of this hill and the wind wrapping up over this hill, plus the rain and the flooding and everything else, it just see the reason why they moved the house, can't you? There's a fairly good reason at that too. Anyway, we'll take you through, give you a look at what we got out today. The pennies and the coins and everything are starting to thin out, as you can see. It'd be nothing to pull dozens from here, you know, in previous hunts. So anyway, that's okay. We'll try and keep continuing to come here, get them out for the landowner as we can, where we can. So a couple of buckles up the top, 3 Britannia pennies down below of the buckles, and the one in the middle is very, very special. I think it is a prime example. Lighthouse and the ship sailing away there, that is a prime example of what one of these old coins would have looked like, nearly new, straight out of the factory after being minted. What a bloody ripper. The landowner is going to love that one. As I mentioned in the past before, everything found here goes to the landowner. This is his family's farm, and they've been farming here for a bit over 100 years now, so all this stuff is basically significant and relevant to his family's history. It would have been his great-grandfather or uncle or what have you dropping these items over the years, so it is very, very special to be able to retrieve them and pass them on to him, and see how excited he gets when he sees them. You know, he just can't believe how many coins and how many items have come from this site. So very, very cool. Anyway, last penny down below there, we're just sort of flicking through them as I was blabbing. Last penny down below there, nothing too spectacular to look at, and little Commonwealth half penny there. What do you got? 1917. Ugh, not so good on that side though. And last of all, probably one of my favourite finds, including the Britannia, Cedar Britannia penny there, such good condition, is this Australian Military Forces button. Now, this would have been World War II, I dare believe, and as I said, this would have been possibly dropped from surplus clothing. You know, a lot of the outlets, military outlet stores in Australia here sold the surplus clothing, still sell it today actually, in fact. So yeah, probably something that come off one of the jackets, one of the coats, and dropped here on the farm. You can see why they wore them too on cold days like today. Those military coats would have kept you very nice and warm, like my thermals and my waterproofs. I'm trying to think what to call them. My waterproof and my thermals did today for me. So anyway, that is about it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's hunt. We will be back out here again very shortly when we can, and hopefully on a better day. Who knows, we might even bring old mate Brando out here, see if he wants to brave the wind and the wet and dig a few bottles too. So anyway, really hope you enjoyed, and we will catch you next time. Cheers, guys. Happy hunting.